Good evening, everyone. Ellen Sutter of ESP Presents and ESP Book Chats, where we bring page turners your way and our way as well. Tonight we have William McCreary, and he is the author of A Hidden Surprise. I don't know. You have your book with you? Because I know I got this. I have the blur, so I'm not sure if you are able. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. You have your book with you?
I actually don't have that one, but I have my other two books.
Okay, let's see. What about on your cell phone? Are you able to show up? I know mine is a blur. I got it on Kindle, but I don't know how good it show with the blur.
Let's
So
see
I'm
here.
trying to get mine to load up. Again, I'm Ellen Sutter of ESP Presents and ESP Book Chats, where we bring page turners your way. Tonight, our guest is William McCreary, and I so enjoy his book. Let's see. Yep, I can see it there. Let me see. Mine is loading up to A Hidden Surprise in the Forest. It's a wonderful book. Were you able to see us over there on the YouTube side? I see us there. I'll make sure my volume is down. Hello to you guys out there, whether you look in replay or are you looking on now? Do share, swipe, and share. Let me see if this comes up, William, for me. And I'm hoping that I can see it. But it's a beautiful book. I love the illustrations and everything. So let's get started. Do tell the folks about yourself and why you penned this book.
Hi, my name is William D. McQuarrie. I am the writer of, or the author of A Little Boy and a Dragon. My dad is a big truck driver and also a hidden surprise in the forest. I am a
You can
commercial.
show us those two books you just had in your hand, and I'm going to get that hidden surprise. Yes, and then the other one, wonderful books. I don't know if you guys can see. It's probably too blurry. Can you see it? Is it too blurry? It's too
It is
blurry, huh?
blurry.
Yeah,
It's blurry.
it's too blurry, but it's a beautiful book, and I love the illustrations and everything. Um, a little bit more about yourself. I know you gave us your three book, but a little bit more about yourself. I know it's a small snippet, and you seem like you just don't want to do a lot of hoopla about yourself, but you have a very one liner about yourself. Give us that one liner in a nutshell about yourself.
Well, I am currently residing in Enterprise, Alabama. I'm from the South. I went to school up north. I was in the military. I have a lot going on, so I'm not, too ecstatic about everything. Business owner. I got a lot of hats I'm wearing, so I'm just, I'm excited and proud to be a part of, the writers like Ida B. Wells Burnett, uh, uh, um, also Maya Angelou, Toni Morrison, Cyrus Webb, uh, Earl Hall, to say the least.
Mhm.
I'm just proud to be a part of a group of Black writers who are making history and doing great things.
I love it. And so, doing children's book, William, is that your niche that you'll stay in? You think you do any further stories like adult stories or you'll stay in the children? Because what I hear from authors, they say it's pretty tough to write children's book. Do you feel that way? And will you stay in that vein?
I don't feel like it's necessarily overly hard. I think that I may stay in this lane a little bit longer due to the fact that I feel that the children are our future and they need something that can bring them in. They just get caught up with their devices, whether it's the phone, tablets, or the TV. They just get sucked into it, and I think that with social media, with everything that's going on with Mark right now and Facebook and Instagram, I think that going back to the basics as far as paperbacks, hardbacks, and just the newspaper.
Hmm.
will be a great start for the kids to learn about the world.
I like that. I like that. And you kind of hitting all the stuff that I had wrote down in my notes. So you on it, you on top of it. So when I looked at your story, I seen Gail and her grandmother. They go to the store and they go to the local store, but I want to pause at grandmother and Gail and Gail's special gift of talking with the animals. Why was it so important for you to show like grandmothers and their grandchildren? And also, we'll get a little further as far as going to your community store. Let's talk about the importance of Gail and her grandmother off to the market.
I think that grandparents and grandkids have a special bond. Gail has a special bond with her grandmother. Like I said, everybody else doesn't know about her secret, and so um, those two play a part of correlating together with each other and having that adventure. I think that, like I said, I don't want to go too much into bases with the
Right.
storyline because I do want the audience to explore and find out about the storyline more so. I do feel comfortable about talking about it, but like I said, the Gale and this adventure that she goes upon in the forest, and she finds something that you know that just catches her all off guard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I also see, like I was saying, we're gonna well, let me reset first. I'm gonna resetting, and hello. I see that I don't see the person's name, but hello to you in the queue. Thank you for being here. We have, I guess, William McCreary, D. McCreary. He's an author of three children's book, A Hidden Surprise. Tell me the other two. I don't want to just go off with the
A
other
Little Boy
two.
and the Dragon is my first book, and it's geared to the special needs community. Uh, my dad is a big truck driver. Since I'm in the transportation division or transportation industry, I wrote that book. And then A Hidden Surprise is my newest and latest book, and I am working on other projects as well. You asked if I was going to step outside of my comfort zone as far as children's book. I don't really feel like it's as a comfort zone. I feel like I said, it is very hard to write children's book. It's a little bit easier to write novels per se or bios, since it is more so about the author or the
Mm-hmm.
person. Maybe later on I'll venture off later on to write about it. Like I said, I just feel very honored and special to be a part of Black History Month and to be a part of other great writers out there.
Love it. So in this, I noticed that. Let me ask you first. So in this book, you have a main girl character, Gail. I know that I don't know why that always escaped me. I just be saying it too fast. A little boy in his dragon. So in there, you have a male's voice. Um, I don't know about the trucker because I haven't read it. I've seen the synopsis. Zine or Zane, how do you say it? Zen.
Zane, Zane.
Zane. Is that a male character or a female character?
It's a female character that, it's a little girl basically missing her dad, the home time and those special events, plays that they would have,
I'm gonna have
recital,
to read that one. Don't give it
things of
all
that
away.
nature,
I'm gonna.
birthday parties the dad misses. Most truck drivers do miss a lot of the special events with their families, but they do a lot by taking care of the household and making sure the road stays safe, because there's a lot of interesting people, to say the least, out there on the road.
Yes, so I like that. I'm gonna have to read that one. So that'll make me have two of them. The reason why I ask about those character voices because I know that a little boy and his dragon was a male voice, and so how important was it for you to give a little girl a voice?
It was very important because our little girls are, with everything that's going on in the world, they're being overshadowed. They're just being left out. I think I just read today where the first NASCAR licensed driver was, I think she was a young Black lady, the first one in history ever
Mm,
recorded. So these are milestones that we're touching. I think last year, I think in Tennessee, I believe, had its first black hockey team. So
Wow.
it's a lot of things that black excellence is touching on, and fitting for it to be Black History Month, just for us to take note. And I am saddened by Reverend Jackson passing away.
Mm-hmm.
One of his quotes from him saying is, "We are free, but we aren't equal," and that is very true. I think education will help us be equal, but we need to start early. And so with the children's books is why it's important for me to get in contact, or just grab their attention early,
Mm-hmm.
was very important for me.
I like that. Now I want to go back to the community where you had Gail and her grandmother to go to a neighborhood store where they were familiar with the butcher there, and so I absolutely like the scene of being in the at the market, and I love the illustrations and stuff, and so I see ourselves. Uh, I grew up in Chicago in the projects. I'm a projects girl, if you didn't know it. So I grew up there, and so and I think I told you, I'm not sure. My mom's deaf. And so I am going to be soon to be an author. But my mom is deaf. And so we went to the community store, and the guy at the store, DiGiulio, which I'll reference to him, an Italian guy in a all black neighborhood, and still stay there. But it was very important to have that neighborhood store that knows the people in the neighborhood. He knew my mom. He knew exactly what she wanted, but I'll tell that part in my story. So you'll see how that connect. I won't give that away. But I saw how important it is to in your book where you show the neighborhood and the importance of having that butcher. Not only that, the importance of uh, prepping meals for home and going out and getting fresh market food. Why was that so important to you to show the building of community and how important that is to have a network of building community?
I just wanted to highlight the rapport that the butcher had with the grandmother and the little girl. She doesn't hang around very long in the butcher shop. I mean, what kid wants to?
Yeah.
But she just she takes off and she goes to embark out and meet her friends at the fountain, and play some games and talk about things that kids talk about. She just wanted to have fun, but just having that community, as far as with the butcher was concerned, was also, like I said, it's just very important to me, because we need our community to help us stay grounded, and to look out for one another.
I love that. And see, now you're hitting again in a area. I'm going to reset before I go back into asking that. Everything I'm getting ready to say, you just hitting those points, which I really like that when I'm talking to you. You just hit it. You nailed it. And so resetting, and thank you guys for being there. Those who are looking on or you are in the queue, thank you for sharing, swiping, sharing. Do hit that notification button. We will have other shows, and we thank you for being there. So our guest today is William D. McCreary, and he's talking about his book, A Hidden Surprise in the Forest. And so I am really excited about that. I saw where the kids were playing. They were playing hopscotch. And then you had the guys in getting coins out of the fountain. So I don't hear the laughter of children in the neighborhood anymore. You tell them to go outside for what? What do we do? It's nothing to do. We had them tires. We rolling them old spare tires, big tires, rolled around there, making mud pies and different things like that. How important was it for you to show those glimpses of what we used to do in our neighborhood as kids playing outside?
It gives them ideas on what to do now, since, just like you said, they're like, what do we do? You can go and play stickball, you can go play the football, you can throw the frisbee around, you play tag, those type of things. There are plenty of stuff to do if you get out and enjoy the sunshine and enjoy the air. uh, COVID has taught us nothing besides how to make money, other than going to work. There are so many things that you can do now, as far as like I said, making money and things of that nature. But the kids, they just need to get out and go jump on the trampoline or go pick peaches or pecans.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Terrorize the neighborhood a little bit, chase the dogs, instead of just being head down into that device, worrying about what the grown-ups got going on. You got plenty of time to be an adult. Enjoy being a kid as long as you can, because once you become an adult and you get those bills start to come in, they don't stop.
They
They don't.
don't.
They don't
They
give
do
you
not
a break. They
stop.
don't give you any type of rest at all. So enjoy just being a little kid. Talk about little kid stuff. Don't worry about the girls. Keep your head in your books.
Mm-hmm.
Do your mathematics. Do your history, because if the more you know about the history, the less likely you are to repeat it.
So true. I'm going to stay in that vein of what we was talking about playing outside. And I also see where they were telling a story or tales, as we used to have tell tales about stuff that happened. And I like where Tim, I seen two things with Tim talking. He was talking about his father. They were talking about something that's in the field, something that's captured. There's hunters there, but as well as Tim said, his father, there were three of them. His father is one of the three hunters. And so when I seen that, it made me think about what about the folk tales? What about the dads in the home? And so I grew up with my father in the home and his eight girls and three boys, and dad, he was just there. I mean, he loved us perfectly. That's what I can say. And just to have a dad in the home nowadays, I hate to say it, but it's like some kind of luxury handbag to have it if you do. So how important was that for you to show Tim talking about his father, and he might be one of those capturers? How was that it for you writing this?
It shows Tim being proud of his father for being one of the hunters that's out looking for whatever it is that is out, causing trouble or creating fear. Um, like I said, for him to have his father there, uh, and Gail not, I wanted to at least show that there was a father figure present, even though she didn't necessarily live with her father.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. I was thinking, as a reader, I was like, well, do Gail have thought? I know she's had a grandma. Is she just at a grandma? And so you just, as a writer, told me just how that went. And then I thought about too, growing up. I'm in my 60s. I don't know if you knew that. I don't mind saying that. And so we grew up where Christian family, we didn't have TV. Not that there wasn't TV. We just didn't have TV in the house. And I remember my sisters, they were born in the late 50s, and I was born in the early 60s. So I remember a time when we would listen to TV on the radio. And so we was, and then we could have far more imagination, but that it was, I remember those shows, and they had shows on there before the TV. So this reminded me of that. I just had to throw that in there. And you do, I don't want to go too fast. You do a cameo in there of Winston. Love it. And then this time, let's see where we at. We still got some more time, so we good. So I'm gonna pause on that, and I am going to reset right now. Resetting for those who are looking on. Thank you for being here, Ellen Sutter of ESP Presents and ESP Book Chats, where we bring page turners your way. Thank you guys for being here. Whether you're in the queue, swipe and share, or you went on to another show, I really appreciate you here. Do hit that notification bell, and we will have other stories. And we are talking about hitting. Uh, we're talking about William McCreary's book. And William, I'm just too excited. Don't give me William. Don't give me the it. William, please forgive me. I am too excited, you guys, and I really love this book, A Hidden Surprise in the Forest. So, guys, and I'm really excited about this. There's other books that he has. Do tell us again, a dragon, a boy and his dragon, and then you have the truck book. So there's three books that he have. If you guys are looking for children's book, please forgive me. William, and also those that are listening on. I am just really engulfed in this and excited about that there are wonderful children books for our little readers, our young readers out there. Um, and I really thank you for that. So, the thing that I've seen too, William, in showing the family, the dynamics of the family that we kind of lost, and showing the friends outside where Gail goes out and her friends is out there, Jan and different one are out there. It really pains me that to be social is social media. How is that for you, and how do you feel about false socialization, kids not learning how to be social?
Um, I think we need to get back once again to the basics. Walking up to a person says, "Hi, my name is," actually goes a long way. Networking. I'm learning more so how to network more myself because I spend a lot of time in the truck driving. I'm gonna reiterate the books. We have a little boy and a dragon, and then we have my dad is a big truck driver. So I spend myself a lot of time in a truck and not necessarily secluded. I do listen to classical music more so, my per se now, than jazz or per se hip hop. Um, it's just calms me and helps my brain to trigger and fire off on different cylinders. It helps me
Mm.
think and focus. So getting out of the truck, socializing, I don't have a problem necessarily socializing with other truckers. Is because like we have our own community. We do try to look out for each other to the best of our abilities. You do have this new drivers coming in that are steering wheel holders, is what I'm going to call those people. But there
Hmm.
is still, I feel, room for growth. There are different trucks out there. I'm not going to touch too much on those as well.
And I know, and
My
that's all we know. We don't know you as a trucker. We know those other things,
that's
okay?
right.
And we're gonna
That's
leave it right there.
That's right. But I do touch bases in my new books. My dad's a big truck driver. I touch bases on three different type of trucks that are out there and the type of drivers, the over the road drivers, and the difference between an over the road driver and a local driver being at home every night with his family. Um, but yeah, socializing. I think that we need to do a better job. I think COVID did a number on us being antisocial.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know a
Mm-hmm.
guy reached out to me to shake my hand the other day, and I gave him a fist bump because I'm so used to, germs. I don't want to pass those germs. The cold, the flu, even COVID
Yes.
is still in the air. People need to be very careful. The pneumonia still takes lives as well, just like the flu does.
Mm.
So we just have to be mindful and be careful. But I do think that, being in the truck a lot does take me away from being as social as I would like to be. But these books are opening up the door for me to be more social with people.
I like that because, like we said, there are different truckers, as you say. And I wondered about that. My sister, she see her family, she's a truck driver. She with them big old 18 wheelers and stuff like that. And I'm like, but her kids are, well, her youngest is in high school now. And the other three, four rather, they're grown. And just to have that, I'm glad you talked about that because that's all we know is the other part of truck driver. We don't know in a sense of when you do that. I hope to highlight that book again, the truck driver, because what you told me with Zen and the different things that going on. I'm a daddy's girl and showing that. And you say you have a son and a daughter. And so I really like that. And the children's book, like you say, you will stay in that vein, and you think that that is, well, not just you think. We sometimes forget about the children and their little reader. They are reading a lot more, especially in the summertime and through the week and being in school. Um, you brought me back to when you had in your book the socialization or socializing with people and just the authentic type of socializing that we normally did back in the day. We actually walked up to people, we actually talked, they had their friends and different things like that. So I am glad that you showed that in the book. Um, when we talked about the hopscotch, I want to go back there a little bit, and they were playing outside. We get to see the children play, like I say, the old fashioned games that they played and the interaction that they had. And they were really playing. And so I hope that others see those different things like that. And the father, bringing up the father in those stories and having the dynamics of the family. We need to bring that back. So, William, let's see. I'm look at we see how we are on time. We're doing pretty good on time. Um, you talk about you being a truck driver and also raising your family. What is that like with the communication of your children? And I've spoke to you before in different times of being on the road. How do you keep, well, I don't want to say keep your family intact because it is what it is, but what is your lifeline to them while you're away until the next time you come back?
The phone does help out a great deal. Just talking on the phone and then FaceTiming does help. I do try to get home at least once a week so I can, touch bases with seeing people at home. The
Hmm.
weekends, we spend a lot of time together on the weekend, me and my son. We actually went to the girls' Troy basketball game last weekend,
Wow.
and then we're gonna go again this weekend as well. My son, he loves to go out. He loves to be in the life of the party. He's just bubbly and full of joy and full of life, and it inspires me to want to be a great dad, uh,
Hmm.
to be a great role model, to continue to be a great author for those little kids who need that.
Yeah. I can't wait, and hopefully you can get in this, and we'll talk about that later about you being this way and different things like that. Let's see, we still have enough time. There were some more things. Again, let's see, to reset again. Thank you guys for being here, whether you're swiping or swipe and share or staying in the queue. I got it together this time. You'll be so proud of me. And so we have, I guess, here William McCreary. He has three books. Do you have three books only? And you're working on more. He has the three books, and today we're talking about a hidden surprise in the forest. He also an author of My Dad. It is a big truck driver, and also all the now see I messed up. I said you would be proud of me. Now I done messed it up. And then a little boy and his dragon. I can't even read my own writing now. A little boy and his dragon, which I have read, and uh, you guys are really like that. Illustrator, who does your illustrations?
I relied upon the company that published it to um, let me basically okay the illustrations. So, they had an in-house drawer or illustrator. I may go with someone that I'm more familiar with on the next one, but I am working on a new project as well. So people be on the lookout for that.
Wow. And you know I'm nosy. So with this one, let's go with this one so I won't be too nosy. You didn't even say you were going to give it away. Let me just be quiet. And with this one, I have it on Kindle, A Hidden Surprise in the Forest. And so I love the beautiful how big because kids like pictures, a lot of pictures. Um, and each picture match what the story is talking about. How important is that, especially having a children's book where the picture matches the storyline? And event, you know how kids we read. Well, I'll just speak for myself. Read sometimes didn't know how to read as a child growing up, but we may have gotten some of those words because of the picture illustration or what was going on in that picture. It kind of gave it to us. How important is that?
It was very important because different people have different ailments. Some people are dyslexic. Some people may have a learning disability. So I wanted to be able to make sure that the illustrations and the storyline matched up, so they could follow along pretty easily. I didn't want to lose them or have too much clutter on it to where they got lost very easily, because ADHD is still a big thing too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ADHD is still a big thing as well. I think these kids are probably entirely too medicated, and then when they get so much screen time, it just takes the mind, and everything is shooting like pistons for them. So like I said, it just was very important for me to be able to have the kids start follow along with the storyline.
That is great, William. That is our time. And um, what do you want? What's your takeaway for those that are out there? And where can they get your books?
You can get my books on Barnes and Noble. Lulu is a platform that also houses my books. Amazon, of course, is a platform that houses my book. I have a website. You can search me at tdd-dropshop.com/BAP. That's my website. You can get, we have merch. Uh, we have, this is the adult that's the adult sweatshirt with the big bear right there and the logo. Okay, you got that there. And then I have for the little kids, they got the baby bear, and you get the logo, and you can get the names. You get the customized names for the little kids also for the shirts. And then I also have tumblers as well.
Hmm.
The tumblers, they come with the logo, and then you see the baby bear and the big bear as well. So please,
Um, Go ahead. Go ahead.
please check me out. You can, like I said, Google me. My name, William D. McCreary. I'm on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's William, WILLIAM, DMCCREARY. On Instagram, it's Mr. underscore BAP. And TikTok is just William McQuarrie.
I would be remiss if I wouldn't tell, you showed your merch, but we have not talked about how close autism is to you, and you have the merch. I'm going to give you time to talk about that and why is that so important. I think you paved the way on autism awareness. Go ahead and tell about that part.
Well, my son is on the spectrum. I really don't want to give too much power to the word autism because it's just a word. It's not a handicap. It's not an end all be all. My son, he's just delayed. He does speak. He's coherent. He knows right from wrong. He knows when he's doing something wrong. I catch him, and I call him out on him, and he straightens up. So we're working and we're progressing. He's doing mathematics. He knows 2 plus 2 is 4. He knows 2 plus 3 is 5. He knows 1 plus 1 is 2. So our next thing will be to get progressively better and higher with the numbers, like a 7 plus 2, and then to start to subtract a little bit as well. So I'm just excited and looking, and I'm very optimistic about the future, is what it is. I'm looking forward to the future with him and helping him to progress and learn and be a active member of the community and society.
I love that. And so, guys, I will put some of those talks that we had. I'm going to post some of those in my chat so that you can hear some of those talks you have. I really enjoy your talks about autism and equipping our autism family with what they need to know, not to just hold on to the disability. What are the able abilities, as you said in different talks? You have an amazing night. Thank you for coming here. This has been great. Sorry about the fumble bumble, but I'm excited. You forgive me right now for these folks. See,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
y'all got
absolutely.
the approval. Thank you guys for being there. Have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you in our city. We will talk about that, but definitely we will talk about getting you in our systems here because you are phenomenal. We want to hear a man because we don't hear a man talk about this. At least I haven't. So you
Well,
have an amazing night. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What did you say?
I appreciate everything you've done. I look forward to working with you again in the future. I know you got fairs coming up. I have a festival I'm gonna be a part of in March. It's called the Collard Green Festival in Evergreen, Alabama. That's Conecuh, Alabama. down here in the South. So I'm gonna have a couple of my books, and I'm gonna be doing some signings out there. And then I'm gonna also be showcased at a bank here in Alabama. It's called All In. So they're gonna also be showcasing um, basically the business and the merch and things of that nature. We're
That's
going to start
awesome.
having coffee cups, uh, ornaments for the Christmas tree,
Wow.
and things of that nature. So do be on the lookout for those type of things, and come back and check me out. Like I said, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Before you go, really quick, so those places that you are invited to, would you happen to have any address on them? If you do, you can put them on the YouTube thing and or send them to me, whatever you have, wherever you're going, and I could post it there in our talk. I always do I do a book blog where after I talk to someone, I thank them and do a lot of stuff and put links there where people can find them. Again, thank you for being here. Have an amazing night. I always enjoy you, and I'm looking forward to having you in our cities and in our schools.
Well, I appreciate it once again, and just give me a couple days to get that information to you, and I get it to you so you can put in your blog. I really appreciate everything again, and look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you. Good night. You can hit
Good
that
night.
X. I think you know how to do that. Hit that X and get on out of there. You guys, thank you guys for being here again. That is William McCreary. And we had a wonderful time and a forgiving time, guys. Thank you, William. And a hidden surprise, guys. Um, I'll put that link there. It's a beautiful book. I love the book cover. It's amazing. So coming up next, we will have Nicole Bradley. That is going to come up. We have a 2-day show with her. It's our Scout Out Shout Out. If you're looking for a platform to showcase your book, do email me at mrssuds@yahoo.com. And you can also see me on Facebook. You can see me on X and just ESP Presents and on Instagram. You guys have an amazing night. Thank you guys for being here. Again, thank you to our guest, William McCreary, the author of A Hidden Surprise in the Forest. Have an amazing night, guys. Bye bye.